Yo. Alright, I'll just jump straight into it. So, so start off with this stuff. So your TVO, I haven't really seen a reason to use the new one. The gas it leaves behind isn't really worth it. So just stick to the increased health, and the slime is also harder to escape from, because it means you can reel people in. This one is really important. I hope your Alex is high enough to use this, because this is like social distancing. So survivors that are near each other infect each other. That really comes in handy. It's like the core of the deck, and I'll show you why in a game. This one is just purely for locking doors and maybe even setting off traps. The reason I've got it is because I don't use that many traps, so it's not worth bringing any of the other cards in. Good, good. You definitely need that perk. Viral Spine is definitely the one you want because it's an absolute gem. And you can use Efficiency Mod Infection, but I'm finding the Machine Gun Infection is just really cool to use. So that's what I'd recommend. Equipment wise, I hope you've got all this equipment. So Viral Canister 3 and Viral Canister 2. So it just increases your infection rate. And Fresh Blood 3, that's really important as well, because that makes your AI actually smart like they are in the Resident Evil 2 and 3 campaign. They'll actually follow people, and when they grab they instantly go up an infection level. And then Virulent Claws, just because if you control a creature it increases your attack damage, and it also makes your rate of infection even more like increased. So like a lot of people might just say, why don't you just bring Viral Canister 1, because it slightly increases infection rate, but this does that and it gives you more attack power. Deck wise, so obviously you're using the vapors, that's really important. These are so good because you're going to end up spamming a lot of zombies. So you've got all the vapors apart from regen. I don't think you need regen because your zombies aren't really high health. They'll get killed before they can even regenerate. Energy leech is the most important one because it gives you energy. That's your economy. So that's where you're going to get your economy from when you control them, and when your other zombies bite. And your infection is also really important because that's what your deck's based around. Berserker's purely just for movement speed. You've got the 2 infectious zombies. I'm assuming you've got all these cards. Definitely need these guys. And then you want zombies 2 because they're just perfect. Combine that with the efficiency mod creatures and they only cost 2, which you really can't complain about. It's a bargain. Crawling zombies because with the blood bag they actually grab more often. And they also emit infection, and a lot of times when the lights turns off, survivors just run straight over them, and they either get grabbed or they just stand in the infection. And then imposter zombies, because they do swipe attacks as well as grabbing, and they only cost 2 with the mod, so it's ideal. And then finally you've got air cannon, just because you fire that, it takes off time, and it might knock them into something with infection, be it another survivor or a trap or anything that has infection. Really handy, and it also lets your AI zombies bite them when they're stun locked. So I'll just jump into a game, hopefully it doesn't take too long. And chances are I'm probably going to end up losing the game, because that is just how it goes. But yeah, it's a really handy deck. Nice one. No, actually, I don't. I don't use a. I did make one, but it wasn't worth it. I'll show you my presets for each map after this game. I should have done that first, but whatever map it picks. So prison is really good. So my actual prison on this one, I did try using a liquor. It doesn't work for this particular map. I do use 2 tough infectious zombies in this room, which has all 3 keys. because you'll find a lot of the time survivors search every other area before they even get to that one, and you can just cluster that up with zombies. And I'll show you how it works. Because this prison map, it's just such a strong first room, because you can just spam zombies into it. They've all got infection, and they have to go through that infection to get to the keys. And I'm glad we found the game nice and quick. My Alex is only ranked 38, but I've already really clicked onto her. And apart from the Jill, I mean, the survivors are, I would say, a competent level, so expect her. Good. Okay. What rank is your Alex, out of interest? Okay.
I will claim the power that is rightfully mine.
You've almost got it though.
And your suffering.
The first thing you do is just lock that door because it's on my preset. And then I'm literally just going to fill this up. I imagine you've already done this yourself. Berserk, that's the least important. And I'm just going to spam the zombies.
Birds. The cage has
I'm going to give them bioenergy just because that way when they defeat those zombies, chances are I've got enough bioenergy to spawn even more behind them. Love these vapors because they are just so strong.
This route would be too easy.
Put that down so they have to spend a little bit more time. Oh, okay, I've got one tough infectious and then one normal, but that's fine. Make sure you always turn the lights off before they come into the room, even if you're... just because it makes it harder for them. Spawn another 2 zombies.
You cannot hurt them.
So I can
Only
see her coming
them.
here. Now,
Bliss of murder.
when she's doing this, she's going to open the door. I'm going to close the door again because as we're doing that, that's actually giving them infection. So I'm going to just shut that door. She's got a grenade, that's fine. She's already infected. Jill will be infected, and now they can spread that to others. She gets bit, so I'm just going to claw her. She's down. That's fine, they can shoot me. They can kill everything.
Not a problem. Let's move on.
Just getting infection. January's infected. She's going to try and take the
Aren't
camera.
our eyes made to be torn out?
They're all
And
infected now.
hearts for the
And you
same
see that,
purpose.
you know, I don't even need zombies at this point, because chances are they're just going to keep spreading it to each other. Another zombie right there. Oh, that's okay.
I'll have this back.
See, I'm going to
online
let
in
them have that
moments.
room. Put a zombie down there, because it's free.
The bliss of murder. The relief.
Just striking them now for bioenergy.
Shedding another's blood.
Get that 15 seconds. And more infection. Lock that door behind them.
Unlike you, they feel no fear.
Air cannon, so she's just rolling in the gas. Another zombie bites her.
Aren't our eyes made to be torn
January
out?
can run. That's
And
absolutely fine by
hearts
me.
for the same purpose.
Now I could chill out at this point and just let the infection do its thing. Like, I could just chill. Let him get to the next area.
If you do not hurry, I will be forced to conclude the test early.
Pop that now. Pop bioenergy.
Crush you with my bare hands.
That's fine. So when zombies that are controlled by their AI are cluttering on the door, they're actually spreading
Destroying
infection.
the whole is part of the test.
Like, even though the door's not open and they're just trying to get through the door, it's giving them infection. And when you're shutting the door and opening it with one another, that's also spreading infection.
Now that you're warmed up, let's really test you.
Look at that, just dripping time everywhere. Now this is important. So this cutscene here, they're still giving January that infection. So if you look at her portrait on the left, when the next area loads up, you'll see it goes purple. Should do anyway, unless they buy blue herbs really quick.
I had no expectation of you surviving
Yeah.
even this long.
Yeah, the doors are
Your fortune will not last.
important. See you
No
later, now
way
January's
through
infected.
here.
Now I've got your TVO almost ready. They've only got 1 minute 56. So, smart play would be... They might run and kill those zombies in that room there. It's just like a little distraction. That's where he wants to go. Sorry, I'm just going to activate... Oh no, I can't get to them there. Never mind. So they can shoot these zombies. There's nothing even in here for them. But they're just wasting time. That's okay with me. Put a little mine down. A couple of zombies. There's nothing in there. Like, they're just wasting time.
Do not trust the dead to do a bullet's job.
So... She'll get infected from that. Yep. Now they can see where Yat is, but they can't do anything about it. Where are they going to come from? That way.
We've been growing something special for moments just like
They
these.
can't get past it.
Enjoy. Hope, an infinite
Then they're
amount,
giving up.
but not for you.
Yeah, they're giving up. So that's it, like, in a nutshell. That's one game out of the way.
Just as I calculated.
Yeah. Because you think when you see a room full of zombies, you just want to go in there and shoot them all up and beat them down, and you'll think
I
you'll
knew
find
you would never
Yorick in there.
I
But
confess
nope.
I am somewhat surprised you survived.
It's just
so
all
long.
the ruse. Yeah, I can show you another if you like, or I'll show you my presets first. Really quick, because it's kind of... It is. You think... Because they also lose health from it, so when you're on Infection 3, I think you cough like every 10 seconds, and that's in the time that you cough, so it's absolute bullseye. So yeah, for most builds I play, pretty much every build I play, I use this, and that's just these are just normal zombies, I think, because every build I've got's got enhancing vapors, so spam zombies and take it from there really. Spam this one I like. So on that second area, they always go for that first door after the double doors, and then they always go up to that one on the left, which is locked. And the zombies I've spawned there, I spawn more because they'll actually come round the corner. They'll boot open that door and they'll have zombies in front of them. So that usually helps me out. Area 3, I just spam them at the bottom of the stairs. I mean, Area 3 is not a good area for any mastermind, to be honest. Especially not Spencer. And then research facility, it's literally the same thing. I mean, I've got a couple of liquor presets, but I don't use them. I've actually gone for the most part that zombies are better, just because liquors die in 3 hits from a Samuel, so it can only go downhill from there. Yeah, there's no point spending extra starting points on infectious zombies because you can just do it yourself. So yeah, it's just like spam zombies there. There's 3 zombies in that corridor, 2 zombies in that room with the terminals. And then there's zombies there. It's just literally spam zombies at the points where they always go. So like on Prison Area 3, you've got those 2 corridors that they can go left or right out of. Just spam zombies down each of those corridors and put more down, because that will benefit any mastermind you're playing. Casino. It's just that one I used 2 liquors on, so I got 2 liquors in. I got 1 liquor in that room with a zombie, and Area 2 I've got 2 liquors there. Other than that, the map's completely empty. and then on area 3 it's another 2 lickers, because my decks don't usually involve lickers, so I put them down. And there's just too many situations where you'll have lickers and someone will have an acid gun or a Molotov or a flashbang. Abandoned Park real quick, 2 lickers there as well. Was that a licker and a zombie? No, that is 2 lickers. They're great when you put enhancing vapors on them, because bioenergy especially, because their attacks are so quick and they use that ranged tongue attack wherever it is. I know, they're a bit of a joke. They used to be really strong. They used to be crazy good. But now they're just... With my Samuel I can kill one in 3 hits without any enhancers. Just like, what is the point? Do you want to see a game of Nikolai or Alex? It's up to you really. Or anyone. Preferably not a net. This is not a very good tech. Nikolai, yeah, no problem. Nikolai is a bit cheesy. If you've played the Resident Evil 3 campaign, which I'm sure you have, he's a bit of a snake. He kind of cheats, and that's what you do with this Nikolai deck. Not cheat, but cheesy. Pretty cheesy. But it's just... You can try and make a zombie deck with Nikolai, but it just won't work. Yeah, it does. If you wanna, if you, whenever I lose a game with like my net, I always go to Nikolai just to make myself feel better, because he just always wins. I'll show you my Nikolai deck. We'll have to be on the minute prep time. What level is your Nikolai? Yeah, I tried it. It's not worth it. It doesn't fit him at all. I mean, I'm sure you can make a neat little combo with Nikolai and Infection. Though in terms of being competitive and wanting to win like consistently against those SWAT teams, I wouldn't advise it. Because it's just not him, and you also sacrifice a lot when you choose to have his firearms be infectious. So really quickly, I've got shortens Nemesis cooldown when survivors attracted defeated. That's the best one, in my opinion, because you can get him a lot quicker. Survivors become trackable when hit by firearms. That's the best one because they're instantly tracked. They don't have to be below 75% health like the other one. And then this one's really important, increases firearm ammo and duration, so that applies to turrets and the new weapon, the Gator rounds. I've just got to change the thing on here because it's going to be a bit corny. I was just trying out what the power looks like, I don't have time. Then I've got more bioenergy speed, more damage of firearms, more time to assemble and disassemble, and then that one's important, is increased camera rotation. I should have done that on the customization screen, apologies, but make use of it. Okay, so this is another competent team in my opinion, like they know how to play the game. So it should be good. I have to explain the moves I'm using without giving you an introduction. Yeah. You know the new BOW spam sort of glitch? I've got that on this deck. No, don't take the gate. I'm trying it out and it's not worth it, because even if they're on yellow health, they still don't go down in one hit, despite the fact it brings them to red health from green. They don't go down in one hit. So I'd rather stick to the machine gun because it's great for harassment. You can call a nemesis while the machine gun's going, or use an air cannon in the machine gun.
I provide great assurances to my clients. You will feel. And
okay, so straight up, this is a combo that should not exist. Immobilizing rounds and machine gun, it's called tar and feather. So you tar them with the immobilizing rounds and then you feather them out with bullets. I will show you. I'm sure you've seen it
I would
before.
not make
Every
this easy
Nikolai
for
does it.
you.
So January might hack the camera. Two buttons. There we are. I got the January as well. She's down. Like there's nothing she can do.
Stop
Lock that
resisting.
door.
You cannot run away so easily.
Dismantle before she can hack it. She gets no time
My
back.
kind of weapon, yes.
Literally just taking time that they can't. Now the lickers will go haywire on them. So they'll get 30 seconds from those lickers. So that's rubbish. See how they died really quickly. She can stand there all she likes. That's fine by me.
Good. You can move to the more dangerous toys now.
And then I'll put a little trap there. That's fine by me. Right, switch
Let me
out.
put a bullet in your skull. It will be
Just gonna
over
take
faster.
time, just chipping time from him. She can hack the camera. Just taking tiddly little bits of time.
Stand back, everyone.
Do not try to hide.
Range door unlocker.
The door is locked,
But,
and the seconds of your life tick away.
I kind of want January to hack this camera so I can use the next one without her bothering me.
That was too easy. Do not be pleased with
No, just
yourself.
put
Taking out this camera.
it's fine. Ah, shit. Fair enough. It's gonna be a good game. Let him go to that area. Don't even bother.
So many made it this far. It's unacceptable.
See, it's gonna give me Nemesis now when we go back in. Which,
Not a problem for me.
okay. What's she done? Yep, that's fine by me. They are good, yeah, they're fine. I'm happy to sit here for a bit. Make sure you keep those lights turned off so they can't see you. Most likely to go there. So what I'm going to do now is put the turret there. And what I can do is when I call a Nemesis and use the screen, yeah, she went down without saying anything.
It's working. Strange world we live in. Strange.
So if I can get that Tyrone out in front of the turret, it'll go down. That turret will lock onto him, start dealing nasty damage. I missed that flash. Heard Becca trying to do that. So we got a Dr. Tyrone too, which is ideal. I'm surprised I didn't kill her. So Becca might. Oh, she went down. Perfect.
Come close. Make vision the land and you're suffering.
No, oh, shit. Okay. So they're gonna come this way. So now they all think that Yorick's in there, but he's not.
You make me do this myself.
When do they see me do that? I might have done. They might kill
You
Yorick.
can get security card now, but this is not the end.
Why does this place have so many doors?
Chipping a little bit of time.
Ugh.
Where are they going to go next? I'm fine with that. Okay, she's put a malware in that one and that one. Oh wait, no, has she?
They can track you down. There will be no escape.
So obviously I'm going to just focus on that Tyrone. Ah, shit. Fair enough. Still got one Sandal left. Change the climb and go back up. She left January behind.
My client says there are too many when not. Don't worry, I will check.
Simon?
This is mine. No need to kill you one shot. Client pays for your pain.
So this is where the
Not
increased
only
camera
that.
rotation speed really comes in handy. This is going much better now.
Ah, the old-fashioned methods. They are the best. No need to kill you one shot. Client pays for your pain. Not only that.
It does, yeah. You need to make them focus on your camera, not the turret. Let the turret do its thing. It's really tempting to just sit there and watch your turret do
I do
something,
not
like watch through your
understand.
turret.
How are
But it's
you
really bad
still
because you're
living?
not doing anything. Literally just watching the AI. Okay. So
Stand still, and I will end the pain for you.
those lickers and those dogs are just free time, unfortunately. I should change this preset so they'll just get killed instantly. Yeah. Okay, so she wasted her hack. It's fine. Okay, so now I'm going to do something that I kind of like doing.
It feels no
this.
pain, and will end yours forever.
So obviously I'm going to put this bridge back over. That's fine. Okay. Didn't land? Fair enough.
Little achievements mean nothing.
Lock that. Put that camera back on. No, she's going to deactivate it, that's fine.
You do not stand a chance. I did not expect you
There
to
we go,
live
they
so.
can't destroy it in time. Obviously just switch to a camera further away, so they can't destroy it. That's pretty close for a game actually, that's closer than the last
But you were not
15
good
games I've
enough.
had with them. I mean, they were organised for sure. Yeah, they were good. They were good survivors. You know, I don't know if they were SWAT, but they were definitely, you know, they'd clearly gone against gun Nikolais before, so you have to kind of switch up a notch. Oh, I can show you the, well, you saw it, I can just show you really quickly what's actually in the deck in case you need to know. But then again, if you want to take anything from it, I think Clone's really good. You don't need this on. They're going to fix this. That's just on there purely, I don't know. It's quite fun to play as Nemesis. What did I have instead? I think I took something along the lines of... I think it might have been Tracking Mine that I took. Maybe. One thing I will tell you though, as any Nikolai player, is so you'll always make a choice between having efficiency mod firearms or energy boost firearms. Never, 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 never take both, because you'll just have... No, you don't need a run god mod. Absolutely not. In fact, I could take this off now, and I'll bring... Oh, that's it. I had this one before to give him a bit more energy, because then I've got moderately and slightly increases bioenergy. But I prefer to choose energy booster firearms because it takes off 2, so you can have a machine gun and a, I don't know, turret in your hand, and they both become 2, which is a lot better than both of them just permanently having 1 off, in my opinion. Did you want to see another game with any other mastermind, or it's up to you really? I don't mind. Anything really. If you're done, it's okay. If you feel like you've seen enough. Any questions? I've played this game far too much, considering what it is. Preset wise for Nikolai, I keep it the same because it doesn't really matter what you have on the map. Sure, you could put down traps or you could put down creatures, but at the end of the day, if they're competent, they're just gonna kill it and destroy it, whatever it is. You know, the presets for a Nikolai gun build are just gonna, they're just free time. So I usually just spam zombies because people, when they start off the game, they might think, oh, it's a Nikolai who's got zombies. You know, he might just be a zombie Nikolai. It might not necessarily just be pure gun Nikolai. And once you have that initiative at the start, it kind of determines how the rest of the game's going to go. So if I know that before they've even got to the second door, as in like the second door of an area, not the end, like not the next level, you know, I kind of just, I can see where the game's going to go. Whether or not they actually are going to possibly win. I know that sounds arrogant, but it's kind of how the game goes. You don't really have close games. Like, that was quite close. But at the same time, it was, at one point, you kind of, you play Mastermind enough, and you get to that point where you go, yeah, I've kind of got this in the bag now. You'd have to throw it to lose it. Unlike Dead by Daylight, where you know, the game can go there anyway. Yeah. I mean, how many games do you have as Mastermind where they open the exit door and you manage to stop them all? Like 1 in 100. Yeah, Daniel's my main. Daniel's my favourite to play as. He's my highest level, actually, isn't he? He's not high level, but he's my highest. He's my favourite. Yeah, 93. Very refined Daniel deck. Yeah, I don't mind, honestly. I've done all my stuff for the day, so I'm just free. So, Daniel, this new ability for the ultimate is cool, but that's all it is. You have to kind of like walk into survivors for like a second. You need to constantly touch the survivor for a second for the animation to work, and when you do it, you probably won't even be able to down them with it. Compared to when you use Bull Rush, you can instantly get a down unless they've got a Tyrone damage, you know, reduction. So I always stick to the first one because his hook speed and damage is insane. This one is got to be, yeah, greatly increases grab attack damage. So you can do like 3 swipes, and if you bite someone who's if you bite one of the female characters or Barton, they'll go down. Samuel or Tyrone might have enough health to stay up, but if you bite one of the others, they'll probably go down. And then this is the bread and butter. You have to have this on any Daniel build. Fact. It is what makes Daniel the best, in my opinion. Personal taste-wise, I think he's probably not as good as Alex or Spencer, but I think he is my favourite and the best. So yeah, you need that. Definitely need that. And then dealer regen is way better than any of these two, because detonators don't do any damage. And caltrips, you don't have to take caltrips. I usually take armored zombie, but I'm just trying out caltrips. Build wise, razor claws 3 and 2, that's important. Fresh blood 3 and virulent claws, so a bit similar to Alex with these two, but this is just pure damage. Damage. You don't need health, you don't need infection rate, you don't need anything else. As long as you've got the damage, you're going to be a good Daniel. And then deck wise, tough zombie infectious, dealer, so you've got 2 dealers in your deck, partially armored zombie, machine gun because the machine gun is just great, zombie 2 because it's just great, and then imposter zombie because you're Daniel, like it's the card for Daniel. And yeah, right on AI aggression, yeah. And you want your vape mods, your vapor mods. This time I don't have infection. I don't think you really need it for a Daniel. Instead I've got regen, which seems strange really, because the zombies don't have any higher health than Alex's does. But I've just always gone with regen for them. Oh, that's because I control them, that's right. So if I'm controlling Yorick, I can use the doors to give me some time to get health back. So Yorick becomes basically a super zombie, and hopefully we'll have a game where I can show you that. But I think you've definitely made a good choice choosing Alex as your favourite. She's very fun to play as, and she's super strong. She's really viable. Like I said, they are, yeah, definitely. Although the invincibility anchor for Spencer is hilarious, and so is the new distortion field. Oh, it's just that is gonna get nerfed. Some of this stuff's gonna get nerfed. But it's all about finding a mastermind that suits your playstyle, really. Like with Daniel, I like him the most because I like to control the zombies and misdirect and beat the hell out of people. Like controlling one singular zombie rather than spam. Because when you spam, you kind of rely on the AI to do the biting and do it properly. Yeah, she does. With Alex, yeah, like you say, it's kind of like you'll start the game, you'll have your time, you'll go through one little battle with zombies, and before you know it, you've got like a minute and 20 seconds to find 2 keys because you're all infected and you're all coughing. And then you know, you might be a survivor and you're not infected, no one's infected, but then there's a, I don't know, like a Jill that runs up to you who's infected, and she's standing here with you, and she has to go into the next area with you, and she's just infecting you all. And then when one of you's infected, you just create this domino effect, and the more of you that are infected, the higher your infection levels will go. You know, speed-wise, you'll all just end up on infection 3 again. Okay. So I'm going to go with the 2 lickers again, just because if they both get a swipe attack on one or more survivors, then I get bioenergy. Bioenergy leeching is your economy for Alex, Annette, and Daniel. Spencer can make his own economy with bioenergy, and Nikolai kind of just lets it rely on generators. Same as Spencer. Spencer and Nikolai are camera masterminds, whereas I think Annette and Alex and Daniel don't have to be. Especially not Daniel. Daniel doesn't sit in the camera at all. Okay, so we've got 2 people playing together, since they've got the same surname. I would have liked them to be a tiny bit higher, but hopefully their other characters are higher. They're just trying out some new survivors or their lower ranks. I wouldn't blame yourself for it, it's kind of the devs' fault. They nerfed the amount of bioenergy you gain when you're using guns. So if you're actually using a camera with a gun, you don't get bioenergy basically, or you get it so slowly that it's not even worth it. Remember that survivors, when they're playing against the Nikolai with guns, you know, they won't stand in front of your cameras voluntarily. You know, they'll do that cheese behind the wall where they shoot it and you can't possibly hit them. So don't feel bad about shooting them when they knock open locked doors or you immobilize them first. You know, it's a cold game, but that's what Nikolai's all about, really, isn't it? It's just about winning, getting paid.
Bonjour.
Okay, good.
The wheels of fate led you to a strange place today.
So you could put a zombie in
Let us
this
see
room,
if
but
you
I'm not
will
going
walk
to.
away.
I'm going to put my first controlled zombie there. Definitely going to give everything energy leech. Even though there's only 2 lickers in a zombie, I'm going to get that energy leech myself.
I'll give dozens, maybe hundreds. And now I am asked to make novelty
Another couple of
locks.
zombies.
My life is strange.
No one's come through this way yet. I hope they don't. They shouldn't split up. If Valerie comes this way, she's going to get in trouble. Yeah, that was silly, Valerie.
This is... Sometimes it's easiest just to do things yourself. You
So look, she's down now. Tyrone's going
All
to come
the
through.
pieces I have put in place led you here. You have no hope.
We'll switch to the gun. No, he's down
That
anyway.
was something you needed?
That's why you must not split up against Daniel. So now I'm just going to buff up my zombies. Jill's on her own.
So it goes, my friend. So it goes.
Yeah, now they just owe me tons of
Say
time.
loud.
Dealers are glass cannons,
This
they're
really
so
is
good.
not a very efficient way of ending your life.
See what they do.
Orders are orders.
Yeah, they hit me good. That's fine.
There will be no rest here for your
Just a
corpse
minute.
once you
They
are
owe
gone.
me. So she'll die now unless someone saves her.
Glaciers moving faster than you.
Yeah. See that? And that was just £1. She hadn't taken any damage prior to that. Good zombie behind her. That's fine. She can revive him.
Feels no pain.
She's gonna bite him now. They're gonna get healed, so just bite him and steal time. It's 15 seconds, and they've lost. Unless they kill the zombies. Jill's given up. She's not even fighting.
Bad luck, my friend.
And that's a game done.
History will not mark this day.
Yeah, Daniel's my favourite,
Revolution will
so
not come from
I
cowardice.
take great pride
but
in
from
quick
sacrifice.
games. But they were quite low level, to be fair, so... That was pretty one-sided. It's good though, isn't it? Looks strong. That's why I think Daniel, prior to the update, was the best mastermind. A lot of people you see on Reddit are saying, "Oh no, he's not very good. He's kind of rubbish. Daniel needs some work." I don't think he is, and I actually think Mr. X is probably one of the better BOWs, even though he's got a serious flaw, but not many survivors take advantage of it. That's fine, mate. Honestly, it's not a problem. Like I say, I don't stream to people other than like that one, you know, a friend here and there sort of thing. Yeah. And what you can do if you want to, you know, you might think actually, no, all that stuff he was saying was shit. But you know, this video will stay up here on this channel because I just can't be asked to delete them. So you can actually just find this video and then go through what you see with decks and stuff like that. That's why I prefer to do that rather than just type it out, because you can type it out and you know you have this deck here right in front of you, but you don't know how to play it. No reason. Actually, no, it's only been a minute and 20 seconds. Yeah. Did you want to see another game as Alex, or if you're done or whatever? No, you can call the shots, because I mean I'm going to play this a little bit longer anyway. If you want to see another game as Alex, where did they get to? Did they get to Area 2? Yeah, they did, didn't they? And then they used your TVO, however you pronounce it. But if you're done, that's fine. Or if you want to see another Mastermind game, it's okay. Don't mind. Are you on PlayStation or are you on Xbox or PC? Because I don't think the gameplay differs too much. Okay, so in PlayStation you'll see the same sort of thing. Same players, kind of. I see a lot of the same people when I play, so you'll see the same too, and you'll know how they play. Not that you really. There's only a few names in my head that I can think of people where I know they're playing as SWAT teams. But keep in mind, there are going to be games where you play and you just get obliterated because they will use everything that they need to use to counter whatever you throw at them. I've had games where I spawn in as Mr. X, and while I'm in that animation of standing up straight, I've got 3 lightning hawks going off at my head, and then a flashbang, and then they fire more lightning hawks, and then I'm stunned. And when Mr. X gets stunned, he's down for like 25 seconds, and you can't even leave him. And he gives him 15 seconds. So there are going to be games like that, and they'll come and spray you or they'll kick you while you're down, sort of thing. You'll find those types of teams every now and again, but you'll find that you beat a lot of SWAT teams though. Because on my Resident Evil Net account it says I'm on 50 wins and 0 losses, and I've been playing a lot longer than those games beforehand, so I'm on more than 50, and I'm pretty sure that in those games I've gone against SWAT teams. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean with Volve. It gets like that on Dead by Daylight as well if you've played that. Sometimes you just go against a team, everyone knows what you're doing. Which Mastermind did you want to see, by the way? You can pick, so I'm not too fussed. Preferably not a net, but if you want to see it, you can. Just might end my streak. I'm going to start the search again because it's obviously bugging out. Spencer, yeah. What's your Spencer build then, if you play him at all? What's your style? What do you do with them? Because you can go gun Spencer, zombie Spencer, trap Spencer. You do whatever you want with them. Spencer, yeah. I play. He wasn't level 35 until like yesterday or the day before, so I had to play a lot of games with Spencer and find out what works for him. And in the end, it just ended up going Spencer win, Spencer win, Spencer win. So I was just trying to get to level 35 with him. So I figured out what he needs. Yeah, Biocore Spencer, I know what you mean. It's the same with Cooling Fan Spencer and Battery Spencer, is it? They were good in the old days, but then again at the same time they were good if you didn't have a Samuel on your team, if you didn't have a Samuel on the enemy team, because Samuel used to do so much damage. Because I know Tide Time and Swing Point did similar builds to that. You got Dollar Store Spencer. But I'll tell you what though, because you know, once you find a good Annette build, you let me know and send it to me, because I would love to have a good Annette build right now. She's the one mastermind I just got no clue. Yeah. Because the game was in a state where you could just be Cooling Fan Spencer and there was nothing survivors could do, because it took 10 seconds to do the terminal and 5 seconds to repair a camera that they'd shot. And then if you had a January, that was keeping the turret camera destroyed. Please do. If you had a January that destroyed the camera and kept it destroyed, just switch to a second camera in that room as you put your terminal in there, and they couldn't win. This load time's taking forever. So I can't find anything good for Annette at all. I've tried everything and I've got a few wins here and there with Annette. I think I've had like 80 games in total, and I've got a success rate of like something shit like 84%. I just think she's more like entertaining survivors by putting zombies down so they have something to kill while they do the objective. Yeah, I'm not surprised, because I tried that as well. But you're just going against survivors now who they know how to counter it. You know, a flashbang and those zombies can have all the health they want, but they'll still get killed. Or a Molotov. You used to be able to just buff Yorick, and you could make him so strong that it was like nearly impossible to kill him with regen. But you can't do that anymore. So I put her like, she's probably the worst mastermind in my opinion, because William's not very good either. It's cool, but he's not good. Yeah. I don't think there's numbers for that yet, of how much they reduce damage for. Would be quite good if you could have super high health and high defense. Because you can get that one that you fire the anchor and they all take reduced damage, so you can get some really strong zombies. Whew, 6 minutes. Going on 7. Long as fuck. Yeah. I can show you Spencer's. Spencer's got an amazing one. Which I will do on this game of Spencer. It's got crazy good. Right, finally. Please don't leave the game. Casino, so I'm gonna go with this preset. Oh yeah, so Spencer wise, this one is really important. You need this one. This is a game changer. Definitely want that one. It is so good. I've wiped out entire teams with it in one move. This one's good as well. Buys you time. And this is what you need for your economy. Definitely want that. There is a build that Tide Time released where he uses this one, and it is quite a cool looking build. This is what I was going to show you, which is great, and that's pretty good as well. It lets you spam even more. And then I haven't got time to show you it, but kind of just using this stuff. If you want to know, I can show you it afterwards, if you definitely want to jot down what's in this deck. Okay. Would I like the Samuel and the Jill and the Martin a tiny bit higher, but they might not be that bad. See a lot of low levels. It is crazy good. Okay, so literally Spencer, you probably know how to play him, but I'll treat it as if you don't. It's literally with this mod. Now I have all the bioenergy I could ever need, but I can still get more. Make sure you put all your cameras when they're not start moving yet, so like that. Gas everything.
Finding the lock is useless without the keys.
More bioenergy. Bioenergy. Oh. Okay, Martin's coming.
Open sesame.
So it takes 4 knocks on the door, as you know, by any normal character to get through it.
A child could have found that. I'm ecstatic.
They're getting infected now while we fuck around with the doors like this. So Martin's going to get even more infected. He gets grabbed by my buddy. Fight her too. I'm going to have like 10 bioenergy now. A few more zombies.
Go ahead, take it.
Samuel's going to be a problem. Unless one of my zombies bite me. What's good about this deck is it's also using up their resources, because I have way more than they do. Sam should have ran.
Not long now.
So rather than fuck around with him here, I'm going to stay here, let him get the keys on the other side. I've got no problem with that. So now I've got zombies in front. I think she's run out of ammo. So I've got zombies behind that door and I really want to open it to let them in. Oh, they're coming in themselves. Oh, they missed a key. No, they didn't. Oh, I spawned so many zombies I killed the liquor in this room. Right.
Go faster, or this test will end before it is barely begun.
Lock her in.
Take it now. I will tear out your insides.
Sam went down, I'm not even playing. It's an absolute nightmare. If you've got zombies laying there on the ground like that, just select them and then get out of them and they'll get back up. Shouldn't have to do that, but sometimes the zombies are done. Martin's down. I'm not even going to get to those areas, but it's okay.
Slow subjects.
That's how it gets
One
wraps
more
up.
reason for you to be afraid.
Yeah, it's a good deck. And I didn't even need to use the distortion field, so just keeps that in your back pocket as a treat. There you go, mate. That's all the masterminds apart from Spare Annette. We don't use Annette though, she's not very nice. Yeah, like once the stream's ended it should immediately go up, so you should just see it as what it's called now, but it won't be live. But other than that, pal, that's everything I can offer. So take what you want from it. It is what it is. No worries. Let me know how it goes, pal, if you don't mind. Just send me a little message on Reddit. Tell me how it goes. Let me know if you used any of them. Yeah, please do. And then I'll tell you how it goes for me with it. Cheers, mate. Catch you in a bit.